back to the tiny tower. So I've made some improvements upon this puppy. I'm just gonna go close this up from my previous attempt at making this video. So I made some improvements on this, and I'll get to that minecart system in a second there. So on every floor I made the canal 2 deep instead of 1 deep. So this made the build a little bit taller than what it was before. But before, the enemies used to just kind of like walk across back and forth between the water and just kind of like despawn after a while. So I didn't want that. I thought that really kind of sucked. So I put them 2 deep, and like I said, it makes the build a little bit bigger, but it's worth it because now they don't walk back and forth and they seem to fall a lot more down. I haven't tested that in my survival world yet, but I'm gonna go and rebuild it in my survival world. So now explaining what the minecarts are for. It's an AFK system. So that way you don't have to wait up here, run down, wait up here, run down, wait up here, run down. Now if you do this on 5 minutes, you got a good chance that your things down there are going to despawn, and you don't want that. So I went looking around for a 1-minute clock or a timer, and this is what I found. This is from Cube Hamster's channel. He showcased this, and it comes from another guy and another chick, I think, and they put this together, and it was an awesome build. Well, he had it in a straight line. I just bent it and curved it to fit my needs. And this is it. So this is roughly a 1-minute timer. There's been some talk on the bottom of it that it was off by like 4 seconds or whatever, but you know what, I really don't care. It works for me. So you flick the lever. It's gonna pulse you at first, but that's okay because you can go down and collect your initial stuff. Then you bring it all the way back up and you sit there for a minute. Now I checked out the internet for a few of these different types of 1-minute timers. One of my friends, King Creeper, showed me one, but that one wasn't reliable. It was a really cool idea, but the piston would go through the boat, and once that happened, it would never go back up again. So that happened quite often, and it just wouldn't work. So then there was another one I seen using a dispenser as well. It shot out an arrow into a block. The block was retracted by the piston. That arrow fell on some pressure plates, and that set off your 1-tick pulse, or a 1-minute timer. And that doesn't work on the Xbox. Your arrow will just fall into the pressure plates and not activate it. So after roughly 1 minute of me babbling, it sent me off again. And you went and collected your stuff. You go back here, and once you came back from AFKing, well, you would just turn that off and get out of your minecart, and off you go. So that was the idea that I had for that, and it still wouldn't be too bad, because then I could still put a cone as a roof and fit that in somehow, but I just plopped it up in the air like that to give you an idea of you being higher above your spawner. That way you can get a good spawn rate going through here. That's my idea anyways, and I figured maybe that if you were going up the sides, eventually you would interact with the other chambers too, and maybe cause some spawn rate happening in there somewhere too. So we'll see how that works. I haven't put this in my survival world yet, but I will. I'll go and I'll customize the one that I have now to fit all of this, and I'll let you all know how it works out. But this is my idea so far for my version 2 of my tiny tower mob spawner grinder thingamabobber. So everybody have yourselves a good night, peace, and take care.